What does it mean to actually be strong? What does it mean to be a superhero in your relationships? I'm Jonathan Decker, the movie therapist, and I want to talk with you about how to harness the power of the Incredibles and vulnerability in your life and in your relationships. Now, I'm a big believer that all of us want three things in our relationships: safety, respect, and love. And a lot of the things that we do that are harmful in our relationships are either misguided attempts to get safety, respect, and love, or our reaction to and response to not feeling that way. For example, when we lash out at another human being, they feel attacked, but what we're really saying is, see me, love me, don't push me away. When we are critical, it's because we're trying to get someone to change something so that we can be closer. When we withdraw, it's often because we want the other person to pursue and say that they're sorry. And yet, lashing out, criticizing, withdrawing hurt our relationships and damage our ability to connect. Oftentimes, when we want others to respect us, we lie. We tell half-truths. We keep secrets because we feel if they knew the whole truth, they wouldn't respect us as much and we would be ashamed. In our efforts to feel safe, we often change who we are to adapt to the wants of the other person so that they will want to be with us. Or we keep people at arm's length so that we can feel safe. All of these behaviors display a lack of vulnerability. Because the fact is, the only way to feel safe, respected, and loved in a relationship is to be vulnerable. And a character who learns this the hard way is Bob Parr, Mr. Incredible. As you know the story, he was a superhero, fell in love with Elastigirl, they get married, but superhero work is outlawed and they have to live quiet lives of anonymity. And so they go to work, they raise a family, and he longs for the glory days. So he sneaks out at night with his buddy Frozone and they do acts of daring do. And he's just trying to scratch that itch of doing good for other people, but also feeling powerful and feeling strong. And when his wife catches him, he minimizes, he justifies, well, first he lies, and then he minimizes once he can't lie, and he justifies, and then he shifts the blame. And all he really needed to say was, I miss it. I miss feeling important. I miss feeling great. I miss the glory days. And they could have had a conversation and maybe found some solutions together. But instead, he fights her. And he gets this offer to be Mr. Incredible again. He's so easily manipulated because he wants this so bad. And he goes to the island and he fights the robots and he does all the things and he's making money. And for a while, things are good. Because he's making money, he's got the new cars, he's getting in shape. She thinks he just got a promotion at work when he's actually been fired. And the thing about lies that serve us is they only serve us for so long. The bill always comes due. The truth always comes out. And happiness built on a lie is not going to last. And that's inevitably what happens. So he's at the island, he's been captured, she goes after him, right? She gets blown out of the sky, saves the kids, but he thinks that he's lost his family. And it just completely breaks him, it wrecks him, it humbles him. To the point where when he finally sees her and she's mad, for the first time ever, instead of fighting back, he says,
You keep trying to pick a fight, but I'm still just happy you're alive.
So the family starts to unify and Bob apologizes, right? And an apology is a great thing. If it's followed by changed behavior, even better. And for a little moment here, Bob's gonna slide back into old patterns. We're gonna see what happens as the giant robot is attacking the city and what happens when Bob isn't vulnerable and what happens when he is.
Wait here and stay hidden. I'm going in.
Well, what? I watch helplessly from the sidelines? I don't think so.
I'm asking you to wait with the kids.
And I'm telling you, not a chance. You're my husband, I'm with you. For better or worse.
I have to do this alone.
What is this to you? Playtime?
No.
So you can be Mr. Incredible again?
No!
Then what? What is it?
I'm not...
Not what?
I'm not strong enough.
Strong enough, and this will make you stronger?
Yes. No!
That's what this is? Some sort of workout?
I can't lose you again! I can't. Not again. I'm not strong enough.
Pixar's making me cry again, guys.
If we work together, you won't have to be.
I don't know what will happen.
Hey, we're superheroes. What can happen?
When he leads with anger, he gets anger in return. When he leads with aggression, he gets aggression. When he is vulnerable And this is something that's hard for him to say. You could see how he looks down at the ground. He's ashamed. I'm not strong enough. Like there's something wrong with him that he's not strong enough to lose his wife again. But you see the change in Helen's face. This is so true for real relationships. We think that we have to project that we're in charge, that we know what we're doing, that we can't fail, that we can't lose. We think that we can't show weakness, that we can't show that we don't understand something, or that we made a mistake. And all that happens is we lose respect. All this posturing and the half-truth telling and all the things that we do and the blame shifting, all the things that we do so that others will still respect us, will love us, actually push them away. They diminish connection and they diminish respect. It's so ironic to me because if you think of your life and you think of someone who owned a mistake, took responsibility and apologized and got to work fixing it, did you respect that person less for owning an imperfection? I've never had anyone say yes to that question. We respect people more for their vulnerability, for their humility, for saying, I'm scared, I'm hurt, I'm lonely, I'm worried, I'm overwhelmed, I'm sad. And yet, for some reason with us, we think we can't go there. Now it's true, there may be people in your life who don't value vulnerability. There may be people in your life who would mock you or be awkward and weird if you were vulnerable with them. And those people have some stuff to work out. But the response isn't anger, and the response isn't making excuses. If you're vulnerable with somebody and it's weird for them, or they mock you, but you're vulnerable and then you're not ashamed that you were vulnerable, you're vulnerable and you're like, yeah, I said what needed to be said. This is what's going on with me. You display tremendous strength. And for a lot of people, that helps them wake up. That vulnerability is a beautiful, beautiful, powerful thing. Mr. Incredible thought he was big and strong and brave, and that was his whole maxim in life, is to be big and strong and brave. And yet there is no strength in shifting blame. There is no strength in justifying or minimizing. There is no strength in telling lies. Those are the actions of cowards who want to be seen as strong. People who are actually strong, it takes courage to say, I was wrong. It takes courage to say, I'm sorry. It's an act of tremendous bravery to say, I'm scared. That's what strong people do. So I'm Jonathan Decker, the movie therapist. There's more of these where this came from. Check out The Dark Knight Rises and Fear, How to Conquer Fear. Link for that is below. If you have experience being vulnerable that brought you closer to other people, or being vulnerable and it didn't go so well, or you'd like to be vulnerable but you're not quite sure how, or you weren't vulnerable and it blew up in your face, or you have questions or anything else, sound off below. Our entire community of fans is here to engage with one another, and we will give you our 2 cents as well. If you have any movies that you'd like for me to cover in this movie therapist segment, please sound off in the comments below as well. If you enjoy what we're doing here, please like, subscribe, tell your friends. Who do you know that loves The Incredibles or that needs help being vulnerable? Go ahead and send this video along their way. Share it all over the place. Until next time, I'm Jonathan Decker, the movie therapist with Mended Light, signing off.